People who got screwed over by a hospital. What's your story? If there's one advice that I can give you, it's never tell the hospital you're an organ donor. A few years ago, my brother had a terrible accident and went into a coma. Ever since he was young, he never drank and talked about how he wanted his organs donated when he got old, but this accident happened when he was just 24. He fell into a coma right after the initial surgery, and that's when a nurse came up to us to ask a few questions. She asked my brother's name and his occupation, and then asked if he was an organ donor. Her eyes lit up like Christmas when we replied yes, but I didn't think much of it at that moment. Me and my parents went home to get some sleep, but everything fell apart when we returned to the hospital in the morning. My brother's doctor approached us in the hallway and said he had some bad news. He had declared our brother brain dead. We didn't believe it at first since he was fine literally 4 hours ago, but the doctor insisted. He told us we should take him off life support, saying the faster they could harvest his organs the better. We sat outside my brother's room for 3 hours debating what to do, all while the hospital staff kept pressuring us, saying my brother had already died. We wanted to go in and check on him, but were denied without explanation. Maybe it's on us, but due to all the pressure, doctor jargon and lack of sleep, we allowed them to shut off the life support system. My parents couldn't stop crying and told me to go home first. But as I was leaving, a receptionist stopped me and took me to a secluded place before telling me the truth. Turns out, the hospital was privately owned, and the owner's son had been waiting on a liver transplant. So his dad offered a huge bonus to anyone who secured an organ donor first. As for my brother, he was never actually brain dead. The doctors rushed us and illegally falsified his report so they could get the bonus money. I was on the verge of hyperventilating, but I managed to ask the receptionist if she had any proof. She said she did, and pulled out a voice recording of the doctor discussing his plan with a nurse. I ran back upstairs and showed it to my parents and they were outraged. We confronted the doctor who had broken the news to us, and my dad was ready to tear the hospital down if he didn't bring my brother back to life. Unfortunately, they had already started the organ harvesting procedure, meaning they had technically already unalived him. We won $7 million in the lawsuit and the doctor and hospital owner were imprisoned for 10 years, but it never brought my brother back.